One of the things I like to do on paper this size, which measures 22 by 30, is I like to quarter it down to 11 by 14. The natural quartering would be 11 by 15, but I like the 11 by 14 size because it fits a frame really well. One of the things about this paper is it has cut edge here and decal edge here, so it's kind of nice to tear off the cut edge so that you have a decal and a tear, and then you can make the edges look a little bit more uniform. Otherwise, you can quarter this into 11 by 15 inch sheets. I'm going to tear off an inch, and then I'm going to measure and make 11 by 14 inch sheets, and I'll get 4 of them out of this sheet. So, easiest way to do this, of course, is to simply mark an inch here. Then we'll do the same here on the other side. So we spread these marks apart. And then I'm going to take my tear bar. The tear bar has a nice bevel on the line that you're going to be tearing against. On the back it's just straight. So you place the tear bar down and you line it up with your 2 points. I always like to double check to make sure that I'm lined up here as well as up here. And you hold down. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to be holding down with firm pressure on my left hand and then tear over the bar. For a small tear like this, you have to take it a little bit at a time. Right there. I like to double check, make sure that the tear was good by just taking the tear off and comparing the ends. They should line up, be parallel to each other. If one of them is wider than the other, then you know you've got a crooked tear. But this one's pretty good. And this is just scrap that I'll throw away. Okay. Now, turn the page, and I'm going to measure over 14 inches. So here's my 14 inches right here. Always make these measurements on the back of the paper. I'm going to tear that. Just make sure you tear over the bar. Now we'll use that same sheet as a guide. Just line it up on this edge here. And then we'll put the tear bar over here. And we'll tear that little strip. Now we have 2 identical 14-inch by 22-inch pieces of paper. I'll keep this one aside so that I can use it to tear the other sheets, just to measure the other sheets. I don't have to measure anymore with the ruler. This one, I'm simply going to fold in half, joining these 2 corners up here, and then I'm going to slide my finger over and simply pinch right here. And then I'll join these 2 corners down here as well, and do the same thing, slide my finger over and just pinch over here. Open it up, and I have 2 marks from those pinches. One mark right up here, that fold line, another one down here, and I simply line up on those folds, and then I can tear over the paper like that. And I would repeat all that process for 3 sheets of paper if I wanted to get 12 quarter sheets that are 11 by 14. So I'm gonna go a little faster for these next 2 sheets. I've got them stacked up on each other. I'm gonna tear one, put that 1 inch off. And then I'll just tear the next one right after that. Notice that I moved my left hand to be current with where the tear is on my right hand. Turning this around, we've still got the original tear. I'm just going to line that up here on the edge, the left side, and then bring my tear bar over. One. Two. Stack those back up. I'm going to use our original template here. Line it up again here on the left side, right here, and then tear it on the right side. Okay, now I've used my template for all of the tearing that I need to do. At this point, fold it in half, do the pinch here and here. And we can stack all of these together. Just make sure that they line up really well. One, two, three, four, five. That gives you a good faux decal. That's a nice tear there. It looks a lot like the decal. So now I've got all of my 12 sheets of paper ready to go. All of them 11 by 14. No cut edges. They're all torn or decal edges.